Welcome to December. We discuss the global astrology and also the financial calendar and the point system for it. So let's see how the year ends. How will 2024 come to an end? It was a very eventful year for crypto for sure, and we are really curious to see how this closes. We do have a special month because we will have 2 new moons in December. This happens at times, usually we have 1 full moon and 1 new moon per month. But this time we have 2 new moons, which really suggests a end, but also a powerful new beginning. The first new moon is on December the 1st, and the next one is on December 30th, with the full moon in the mid of the month, as you might have guessed already. And this is to be interpreted as a new source of energy into the market dynamics and a renewal in some way. It is a close and a opening of a new chapter. It is really a start on a positive note for December because we have a beautiful long-term aspect between Jupiter and Lilith, and this is a trine, and this is one of the easiest aspects in astrology to get something, and as we know, Jupiter is luck, expansion, and Lilith is the adventure, it's the risk appetite. It is a combination which will invite people to risk, and in general it boosts prices in the market. And this is very important to take into account because it is shaping especially the first part of the month. Then we have a interesting and relatively rare event, which is about Mars turning retrograde at the end of the year, but it happens in the beginning of December, on December the 6th, and it will stay retrograde for sure until the end of the year. So it's like the theme of the price action is put on hold in a way, but Mars is also quite strong, I would say, stronger when it's retrograde, but it is in the sidereal sign of Cancer where it is debilitated. So here we might see already some start of a change on the 6th of December, even a bit earlier. So it depends where the price action is at that moment in TA. You can really focus on this aspect on December the 6th and see what other similarities are with the past, because Mars will traverse the same degrees again, and this is a long time frame. It will be until April, end of April 2025, that it will go outside of the so-called shadow period, so the same degrees traversed again. And this retrogression happens in tropical in the Leo Cancer, so it's more in Cancer. This is what is in a way common between the two zodiacs, that this Cancer will be highlighted. And we need to be aware that Cancer is a very emotional sign, and therefore this retrograde motion of Mars can bring in its lower manifestation frustration and aggression in general, people that are not content, and we can also see issues regarding real estate prices coming to the surface. It could be also that real estate will have some correction in terms of prices. I would not exclude that, and it is a trend for the next, it would be like 5 months roughly. We do have also problems likely in the hospitality industry with this configuration, and a change in the theme of the price action is also likely with this turning of Mars, especially if the financial asset is affected in terms of astrology by this angle that Mars would really make with its natal chart, then we will see really trends repeating, but we will know sort of what to expect. Due to Mars retrograde and the various aspects that we have between Uranus and other planets, we can expect higher volatility in this month as well. And the very next day, on December 7th, we do have Neptune turning direct. And this is really a trigger for more illusion and false expectations, but it is also more hope in general, because Neptune is still in a very good sign. It's the sidereal Pisces. People would be more empathic, it would be a benevolence that would be felt in the air. It's also about, the end of year and the holiday season starting soon. But this can also bring exaggerate valuation and price targets that can be speculated in the markets at this time. And I think this is a pattern that, for example, for Bitcoin, we could see it from past years. So it's not something that would be unusual. As the month progresses, the speed will become more important because Mercury, on the other hand, will turn direct. You see how many changes. This happens December 15th. And the pace of evolution in the markets, despite of other planets, being retrograde, will really accelerate in some way. So it's about a play between Mercury, the markets, and trading, which will take, more steam, more action. And we have Mars, on the other hand, which is about fluctuations that can also be changed, regardless, what we see from the other planets. These would be two trends that we will really experience. And these fluctuations would bring instability, just to be aware of that, and volatility could also increase because of the other influences. And yes, I would say that the first part of the month really looks quite good. Mars is still a problematic point at the end of the first week in December especially, but on the 18th we already have a clear negative long-term aspect between Lilith and Chiron. Lilith is about risk, it's about adventure, it's about, exaggerating prices on one hand, and Chiron is the wounded healer, and this brings usually problems in the markets, fear. So it could be that the mid of the month would be really controversial, and we will see what other influences we have towards the end of December. And we do have another one which is negative, but not so strong like the long-term opposition between Lilith and Chiron. And we talk about a deja vu, so to speak, that we had mid-August, I think it was on the 19th, the Jupiter-Saturn square, which will trigger most likely, especially combined with the Lilith-Chiron previous aspect, a price correction overall in the markets, I would say, and the aspect is exact on Christmas Eve on the 24th of December 2024. But then we do have the new moon, so it would be a sort of new beginning at the end of the year. This is what we can expect in December. I think it would be a roller coaster with many turning points, as you see. Overall, in a nutshell, the first part would be more bullish and the second part would be bearish, especially the last 10 days or so. You saw it is already influenced by negative aspects. Thank you so much for your attention on December, and I hope you had a interesting year, and it was full of accomplishments.